Only on RTV6, we turn our attention to our city's parks and the safety of the people who use them. There's growing concern tonight about the dwindling numbers of park rangers available to adequately patrol them. RTV6 reporter Jack Reinhardt is looking into that issue today.
Craig Eigenbrod is a regular at Eagle Creek Park. He rides every lunch hour with a group of friends, and he's learned through experience to park his vehicle near the office at the park entrance.
Well, I think we have to be mindful of any kind of theft. I know there's been a couple break-ins, both guys that I ride with and my wife as well.
The city's park system attracts more than 6 million visitors a year, but it lacks a visible law enforcement presence. The city hasn't hired a single park ranger in at least a decade. 10 years ago, the park ranger staff had 40 full-time and reserve officers. Today, staffing levels have fallen to 14 full-time park rangers and just 4 reserves.
So I do think at this point they may be stretched a little bit thin to cover everywhere, and we would have to look at using officers or some other alternative for making sure that we have proper coverage.
Today in Garfield Park, there was no ranger coverage and none for the entire southeast side of Indianapolis. And citywide, there were only 3 rangers on duty to patrol more than 200 parks. And there is growing concern about staffing levels and keeping people safe.
It is going to make monitoring those parks and addressing any sort of crime issues in the parks more difficult as we move through the summer months. So it is an issue that the Public Safety Committee and the administration need to look at.
To help shorthanded park rangers, Indy Parks has had to rely on a shorthanded police department to help close the law enforcement gaps.
We've had a couple of incidents in the previous summers, and so we've worked out relationship with the IMPD to make sure that those areas are addressed, as fast as possible.
Abe Amador has purchased a season pass to the park system for 10 years, and when he's not in Eagle Creek, he's on the Monon Trail, but not on all of it.
There I go into Indianapolis. I try not to go too deep into Indianapolis, unfortunately, so I don't know if that's well patrolled or not.
The Department of Public Safety and the City County Council says they will begin taking a serious look at the future role of the park rangers and their staffing levels.